Hello YouTube, I am born in Asphodel, Meadow, and this will be the first video in a new series I'm making called the Rants series, where I talk about things that piss me off and that I feel like talking about. And you're going to sit there and listen and you're going to like it. Got it? Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to talk about is Family Day, which isn't a piss off in itself. For those of you that don't know, Family Day is a new Canadian holiday they just came up with last year, where many people, not including people with federal jobs, get the day off work. Just presumably spend time with their family. Pretty soon Thanksgiving is going to be obsolete with this new holiday in Canada. But anyway, so it was Family Day, and because I have a family, they wanted to go out and do something. They decided to go to dinner, okay? So, dinner with the family wasn't that bad. I didn't mind going. Thing is, the place we went to is the Mandarin, and that is the real core of what I want to talk about. The Mandarin represents so much of what I think is wrong with North America. Like, oh man. That place is the fucking McDonald's of Chinese food. All the food there is bland and mediocre, and my family was just sitting there eating go, "Oh Michael, try the ribs, the sauce is so sweet. Oh Michael, try the lemon chicken, it's so succulent." It's not. The lemon chicken was dry, the ribs were dry, the sauce was bland, the lemon was bland, and the chicken tasted like the ribs. What the fuck? Like, you might as well have just been closing your eyes and shoveling it into your mouths like some kind of pig and not looking away you're eating it. And you know what? It wouldn't have made a difference. You'd still be like, "Oh, this is so good, oh, blah, blah, blah." Because that's what you're supposed to do with the Mandarin. Is that what food should be all about? Is food just stuff that we're supposed to just pack into our stomachs as much as possible, as often as possible, to keep our bodies alive? That's not what food should be about. Food should be an experience. Food should be something you look forward to. Food should be, more than just sustenance for your body. Food should be more than that. Am I the only one who thinks that? I could have sworn the East was famous for its spices and for its flavor. But apparently, I guess I was mistaken. And to pay for this exquisite meal, needless to say, you've got to pay top dollar. And the drinks are borderline on scalping prices. Like, the only place I've ever seen drinks more expensive, and a place as common as that is a movie theater. And that's saying something. Another thing that bothers me about it, okay? I live in Toronto, which is probably one of, if not the most ethnically diverse cities in the world. One of the highest immigrant populations in any metropolis in the world. And, if you go into a restaurant, it doesn't matter where you go. It's almost like it's a law. There has to be at least 50% of the people in the kitchen working behind the scenes that are immigrants, either East Indian or Asian. Where I live, East Indian is more common, but there are plenty of Asian places too. There's no shortage of them. But at the Mandarin, everyone there is Asian. And I'm not talking like, "Oh, well, I happen to be Asian, but I hope that doesn't interfere with your meal." I'm talking like, "Would you like drink?" Asian. Which isn't, I'm not a racist or anything, but I'm just saying, it's like, the embodiment of hiring minimum wage immigrants to do your work for you because it's cheap. It's not, like, an aspect of society that I think we should be proud of. It's how we are in North America, We don't care about our bodies, we don't care about our experiences, we just care that something is as bland as possible so we can shove it down our throats and be done with it. That's how it is in many things. Another thing that really irritated me about this place when I went, okay? Needless to say, I didn't get a drink. All I had was water, okay? So I'm sitting there, right? Cup of water, like you would get in any restaurant, right? Take a sip, put it down, go to talk to someone, turn back, the person's leaning over my shoulder, filling the water, which normally is a sign of courtesy and that they care. Thing is, it happened like 8 times, and I never got to finish my goddamn glass of water. Every time I take 2 sips, she'd, refill it again. Like, what the hell? Let me finish it. I'm not done with it yet, okay? Ah, God. They're like ninjas or something. They sneak up behind you, they wait till you turn around. Ha! Gotcha. Ugh. Enjoy your fucking water. Fucker. And then to top the evening off, what Chinese restaurant would be complete without fortunes? I got fortune cookies, and they got these little paper things that they have on the table with the Chinese New Year fortunes on them. Both of which were quite entertaining. Would you like me to tell them to you? Yes, you would. Of course you would. Everyone wants to know their fortune. Everyone wants to know their future. So, I will tell you mine. I will tell you what will surely happen to me in the immediate future. Because this thing has predicted it, and let me tell you, it's pretty damn accurate, okay? My Chinese New Year fortune was something irrelevant about your character that may or may not have been vaguely true. And it ended with, "You may meet your special someone this year." Doesn't that happen every year? I mean, it's rarely a year that goes by that I have absolutely no chance of meeting my special someone that year, is there? And then when I got my fortune cookie, I opened it up, and there were 2 fortunes inside. But they were the same thing. It came with 2 pieces of paper. And you know what? That happens all the time. Every time I open a fortune cookie, I get 2 or 3 slips of paper that all say the same thing. How? Why? What is the purpose of that? Like, you will meet a dark and handsome stranger. That's interesting. You will meet a dark and handsome stranger. My God, I've now had 2 fortunes that say that. It must be true. Whatever the reason for that is. My fortune was, a difficulty is actually just an opportunity. Whoever wrote that, it was probably a literal translation of some kind, because whoever wrote that clearly wasn't thinking. Like, I could just picture saying that to someone in a really awkward position, and having them not really, get how it's a fortune. Like, hey, you know that difficulty you have breathing when someone's got their foot in your throat? That's actually just an opportunity. Hey, you know that difficulty flying you have when you jump off a cliff with no parachute? That's actually just an opportunity. When's the next time you're going to get the chance to find out what it's like to hit the concrete falling at the speed of a car? That's a real good opportunity there. You know that difficulty you have seeing when you're blind? It's actually just an opportunity. I mean, come on, you get a seeing eye dog out of it. Anyway, my point is it's completely fucking ridiculous. You know what I want to do? Like, do the research and hire researchers and all that crazy shit to get this done, because I really think this is something that's worth resources, okay? We should find the fortunes that were addressed to people in the early 30s, like right before the stock market crash, or like maybe in the year 1939, right before the Second World War broke out, okay? And we'll find the fortunes. And we'll find the ones that say stuff like, you will have a very prosperous year, or things are looking up for you. And then we'll prove that they're complete and absolute bullshit. Like, I don't think we're going to find any fortunes that are like, your stocks are going to go down to no value and you're going to end up jumping off of a building because you can't support your family anymore. And I don't think we're going to have anything like, oh, war's going to break out, you're going to be conscripted and you're going to die. Enjoy. Also, your lucky numbers are 7, 11, 13, like, what the fuck? They're never pessimistic. They can't be. Like, they can't be honest predictions, because if they were, some of them would have to be pessimistic, and no one wants a pessimistic fortune. People only want to hear what's going to be good about themselves and what's coming up. You never hear like one of those fortunes that predict your personality traits. They go, you're quite an asshole. You're arrogant and egotistical. Also, your wife is cheating on you. Also, your mother doesn't love you. Like, that never happens. And I think that's complete bullshit. They should throw a few in there, just see what would happen. Like, this year, your children will die. The randomest fortune I ever got, I remember it to this day because it was priceless. Here was the fortune, word for word, okay? A change may or may not occur in your home or work life. Whoa! That is some deep fucking shit. That's some fucking Confucianism, like, wisdom, Greek, Socrates, philosophical fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you do, because that's fucking awesome. In other words, a change might happen anywhere. And it doesn't specify a time period either. So I'll rephrase. Here's my fortune. A change might happen anywhere, ever. How the hell am I going to know when that's happened? Like, let's just say, a week later, my sister dyes her hair. Oh my God, that must have been the change. And then a week after that, I lose my home. Which was the change? The change in my home life must have been my sister changing her hair color. Or was the change in my home life the fact that I no longer have a home? How will you know? That's a wise-ass fortune right there. Anyway, that's what pisses me off about the Mandarin, and I guess Family Day too. Family Day just sucks. But anyway, that is enough from me. My name is Born in Asphodel, Meadow. Thank you for watching, and have a good evening. Peace. You know what I want to see when next time I go to the Mandarin? I want to see some fucking Russian or Hungarian immigrants in the kitchen. That's what I'm talking about. I want to go to the kitchen and be like, oh hey, can I get another plate or something like that? And someone be like, it was a borska. I don't even know what that fucking is, but that's what I want to see.